I'm Anthony.
I'm Ryan.
And we are here with an exclusive segment from the greatest podcast on turf. On our podcast, we cover some stuff, but we're going to be covering the more in-depth topics that are going to need a little bit longer of a debate. So today we are going to be debating Justin Fields versus Trevor Lawrence. Who's better, who's going to be number one, in a couple of different scenarios on who could go number one and who could do what. This is going to get ugly. We've had this debate before off camera, and it's gotten pretty ugly. We're going to try and keep it clean and PG for you guys, but we'll see how long that gets us. So just to start, I think it's pretty obvious that Trevor Lawrence is the better prospect than Justin Fields. I mean, going back to high school, Trevor Lawrence was always number one in the state. Justin Fields was number two. Same in college. Justin Fields is he's not on Trevor's level.
Well, that's kind of weird because I remember the high school, what was Trevor's rating? 0.999?
Yeah.
And Justin Fields was 0.998. So that's
I get it, but I'm saying, like, in like the state of Georgia, they grew up, like, 20 minutes from each other, and
a couple miles.
Trevor Lawrence was the number one recruit. He broke Deshaun Watson's passing record.
He was the number one recruit by 0.001.
So,
but if you want to talk about breaking records, look at the Sugar Bowl that just happened.
If you want to be technical, Trevor Lawrence was the better prospect. Was rated the better prospect. I don't know what else you want me to say.
That's fine. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
Justin Fields isn't. He's not. Trevor Lawrence is the greatest quarterback prospect that we've ever seen. Better than Andrew Luck. Better than Peyton Manning. Trevor Lawrence. Better than Vince Young. Trevor Lawrence has he has everything. He's got the ability to move outside the pocket. He's got the ability to throw the ball, accuracy, mobility, all that stuff. He has that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I know.
So, let's be real.
Okay.
When the Jacksonville Jaguars hire Urban Meyer,
getting us in our first scenario.
If they hire Urban Meyer, it's going to be Justin Fields going number one.
Okay, well, absolutely, and it's absolutely stupid. I get you want to bring in a coach who's familiar with the quarterbacks. I get it. Urban Meyer, I don't think he didn't recruit Justin Fields. Justin Fields transferred there the year Ryan Day came and took over, and Urban Meyer retired.
Still doesn't matter.
I get it. Ohio State, like all the affiliation, whatever. I think the Jaguars would be out of their mind to pass up on the greatest quarterback prospect to ever come into the NFL draft. But
let's talk about the game.
What game?
The last one. You know what game? You know what game?
Okay, one game.
So what happened?
One game doesn't make or break.
The last game under the lights, it matters. Trevor Lawrence,
Trevor Lawrence did his thing. He threw 300 yards.
You know how many was in the last quarter?
A rushing touchdown.
You know how many was in the last quarter? 120. Okay. You know how many touchdowns were in the last quarter? One of them.
Okay.
You know what the last quarter means?
Everything.
Garbage time.
Everything. Dude.
Now when you're down by 30.
They weren't down by 30.
How much were they down?
21.
It's a 30.
That's a touchdown
30.
difference. See,
30.
It's you're just not getting it. Trevor Lawrence is the greatest quarterback prospect to ever step foot on a college football field. He has the edge over any of them.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Now let's be real.
Okay, let's be real. Okay.
Baker Mayfield was not a good prospect. Walk on. Not good measurements.
Okay. But Baker Mayfield was a dog. Boomer Sooner, QBU, baby. Horns down.
And are you sure Justin Fields ain't? He got smacked, came right back in, scored a touchdown. That's what he did. Baker Mayfield wasn't a good prospect, but you know who was? Sam Darnold. Josh Rosen.
See,
let's be real. Mitch Trubisky was a better prospect than Deshaun Watson. But what happened?
Okay, you can argue that. I don't think he was. I like Deshaun Watson over Trubisky coming out of college, and I think that it's still the same now. But what I'm saying, though, is Trevor Lawrence has been that dude since high school. Came in as a freshman, beat Alabama, won the national championship as a true freshman. Put himself on the map right then. Came in sophomore year, did his thing, lost to powerhouse LSU. Joe Burrow had one of the greatest seasons of all time. They were odds were against him to lose anyway. Everyone kind of knew he was going to lose that game. Junior year, comes in. Has the whole COVID season, whatever. I'm not using that as an excuse. They came in the Sugar Bowl, got smacked. Okay, I don't see the argument on how Fields is better than Trevor, like what you're trying to say.
Based off of last game, they are.
Last game
Justin
alone,
Fields,
my ass. You
Trevor
can say
Lawrence
that about any
ACC.
You could go but if you're going off of just last game, when the Jets just beat the Rams. If you're going just based off games since they won, Sam Darnold's better than Jared Goff.
You know the difference between last game? The last game was a Sugar Bowl. You know the last game between the Rams and the
Okay,
Jets?
so you're telling me back in the Super Bowl when the Patriots lost to the Eagles, you're telling me Nick Foles is better than Tom Brady.
No, I'm not.
That's what you're saying, though.
The Eagles' defense was better than your offense?
And Tom Brady threw 500 yards.
The Eagles' defense was better than your defense?
And Tom Brady threw for 500 yards. What is your point?
My point is, who else on Ohio State or Clemson matters? Who else?
What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying.
Name another player. Travis Etienne. Name another player on Ohio State.
Trey Sermon carried the freak out of Ohio State for the first little bit of that game.
Trey Sermon's played for him twice.
What do you mean?
He had 2 games.
And he carried them both times. They barely beat Northwestern. They barely beat Northwestern. If Trey Sermon doesn't ball out and set the single game rushing record, break Zeke's record, they don't beat Northwestern.
Trevor Lawrence has been on the great team his whole career. He's had Travis Etienne, the best running back in the ACC.
So is Justin Fields, dude. You're just like, it's the same argument for both sides.
Trey Sermon and J.K. Dobbins are over Travis Etienne.
You could say the same for...
Okay,
no, but you're missing the
point.
point.
T. Higgins is over... Or KJ Hill is over T. Higgins. Is that what you're telling me? I mean...
Oh, my God.
Trevor Lawrence came to that game, had 3 fumbles. Don't care if he recovered.
Lost one of them.
2 of them. I don't care.
2 of them, whatever.
Don't care.
Was.
He had 3 fumbles and a pick. He played terrible.
Okay.
Justin Fields got hurt, came in, played good, won the game. He looks like a winner to me.
Okay. How does that?
I mean,
I just don't get your thoughts on how he's better than Trevor. Just basically, you're saying just based off one game that he's better than Trevor Lawrence, is what you're saying?
In the podcast, you said numbers lie, but the eye test doesn't. Based on that game, numbers lie and the eye test doesn't. And Justin Fields looked way better than Trevor Lawrence. I don't care about his 322 yards.
I'm talking about overall prospect. Trevor Lawrence is so much better.
I mean, if you look at skill, Trevor Lawrence is better, but if a quarterback that I would rather have is Justin Fields.
Trevor Lawrence, all the way. Trevor Lawrence, dude, I'm telling you, greatest quarterback prospect we've ever seen. Why would you not want him? It doesn't make sense.
Maybe his attitude. Maybe him saying that he ain't going to play for the Jets.
He didn't say he wasn't going to play for the Jets.
Long hair that I
those
don't
words
like.
never came out.
Maybe the long hair
Sunshine,
that I don't like.
Dude. Remember the Titans. Come on. I get it, but you can't say he never said he wasn't going to play for the Jets.
There was rumors of it.
Okay,
rumors lead to some type of
truth. Did he ever say that?
No, he didn't.
Okay, rumors are rumors. I can start a rumor that Tom Brady's coming back to the Patriots after this year.
Yeah, but
doesn't mean it's
you're
true.
Nobody.
Okay, who started the rumors of Trevor Lawrence saying that?
I don't know. But
nobody, exactly. Quick. And I'm not nobody. I'm Anthony Lynchrow, co-host of the greatest podcast on Turf.
You're nobody. Trevor Lawrence had a terrible game in the Sugar Bowl.
So what, dude? Okay, one bad game. You know how many bad games everyone's had?
Name 5 teams in the ACC.
Clemson. See, I didn't know where you were going. Virginia Tech, Duke or Kentucky, Georgia Tech.
Duke or Kentucky when Kentucky's in the SEC.
Okay, and it's Duke then. Same shit. Same stuff.
Continue.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is this year.
This year.
And I think that was 4.
That was 5.
Don't count Clemson then.
What do you mean?
Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, Duke.
Georgia Tech, Duke.
You struggled.
Miami.
Let's be real.
Miami.
You struggled.
Okay.
Name 5 teams in Big Ten. You probably won't struggle here.
Big Ten.
Yep.
Penn State.
Yep.
Sorry. Maryland, sorry. Rutgers, sorry. Michigan, sorry. Michigan State, sorry. What is your point? They all suck.
Pretty sure the ACC was, 0-6 in bowl games this year? Correct?
What was the Big Ten?
I believe 4-1, 3-1?
4-1. Who got a bowl game?
Well, Northwestern for 1. Indiana for 2.
Northwestern beat Auburn. Indiana lost to Ole Miss, who's sorry.
They're still an SEC team.
Then they lost to Ole Miss.
SEC team.
Ole Miss is nice.
Look,
okay,
has played worse teams his whole career. He won 2 national championships.
He won 1 national championship.
Pretty sure he won 2.
He
I'm
won
gonna
1.
fact check yourself.
He won 1. He won his freshman year. They beat Alabama. His sophomore year, they lost to LSU. And his junior year, this year, they lost in the Sugar Bowl.
So he's won 1 national championship.
And how many?
Pretending like he's Jesus Christ.
How many does Justin Fields have?
He might win 1 next week.
No, he won't.
He might. You don't know this. If he does, is Justin Fields better?
No, because
So what's the difference?
Trevor Lawrence is just
Better stats?
better prospect, dude. You better overall prospect.
Well, because he's taller.
No, he's better.
No, he's not. Sorry, Brady.
I can't believe someone's gonna sit here, be looking all hype for this video, and just see us arguing like assholes for 20 minutes. I just think that you are looking too much into it. Like, you're putting too much out there. It's just Trevor Lawrence is better. Justin Fields. Any other year, Justin Fields is QB1. Don't get me wrong. Justin Fields is good. He's a great quarterback. Pretty good. Didn't develop like I would have liked to see him develop this year up until... the best game I saw from him this year was against Clemson when it mattered the most. They had the storyline go and lost the game last year because Justin Fields threw the pick at the end of the game. Okay, had a storyline, whatever. But from going back to last year to this season, Justin Fields was the same. He didn't take that next step up you look for in a top quarterback coming into the class. That's why there was some concerns of him not being the second best quarterback in the class, which you didn't see from Trevor Lawrence. You've seen Trevor Lawrence progressively get better every year he's played, where Justin Fields
not correct.
Didn't develop until this year.
He was his best freshman
Till this
year.
game,
He was his best freshman year and had a mediocre junior year. Mediocre.
He missed a couple games because COVID.
Better passer rating, Justin Fields this year. Write it down.
If you listen to the podcast,
write it down.
Ryan Sawyer, Mr. Statistic, whatever the heck I was saying.
Analytics guy.
I just think that Trevor, coming out of high school, this dude Trevor Lawrence, he's like, according to PFF or 24/7 Sports, whoever does it, he's like top recruit ever for all positions.
If you look at PFF and their playoff rankings, I'm pretty sure Trevor Lawrence had a grade of 69 and Justin Fields had a grade of in the 90s.
Nice.
With the same amount of touchdowns as incompletions.
Nice.
Not only that, you mentioned national championships like they matter. How many quarterbacks that have won a national championship and won a Super Bowl? I'll tell you, 2. That's a lot of years. John Elway and Joe Namath are the only people. If that mattered, keep drafting Alabama quarterbacks.
I was just saying. It wasn't me saying it mattered. I was just saying I fact checked you. Anthony Lentrio, analytics guy.
Justin Fields will have more success in the
NFL
than Trevor Lawrence
right now. Don't
because
you
of his
dare say
attitude.
it. What attitude? You have no argument for this attitude you keep saying.
I'm sure he's broken ribs.
There was a rumor going around that he said, "Oh, I'm not going to play for the Jets." I don't blame him. The Jets blow. But what are you saying? Attitude? Like, I don't get what you're saying.
Justin Fields has more swagger than Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is that dude. Okay, Trevor Lawrence is that dude.
Justin Fields got smacked, came in the next play, threw a touchdown, went to the sideline, said there's no way we're losing this game, struggled to get on that exercise bike, came in, had the same amount of touchdowns as incompletions. He had, I believe, 67 rushing yards before the hit. Ended with 52.
Justin Fields, you're a dog. Congratulations. You played for an injury.
Ended 52, and he had to pass the whole game.
Okay.
So he can run, and he can pass.
Okay. So can Trevor.
Yeah, but who rushes better? I'm going Justin. Who has better decision making?
Trevor.
Who holds on to the ball better?
Trevor.
Look like it.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I'll stick with my gut. I've been saying Trevor Lawrence is that dude since his freshman year. Since I watched him on the Elite 11 quarterback competition, I think Justin Fields did win MVP of that though. We'll give that to him.
That does not matter. Look, we're going to see this year. We're going to see when they're rookies. We're going to see who does better.
Trevor Lawrence is the greatest college quarterback prospect we've ever seen, and anyone that truly knows can back me up on that.
That does not matter.
Yes, it does matter. But yeah, like Brian said, that concludes this week's exclusive segment from the greatest podcast on turf. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new. Check me out on Twitter at Alentrios Takes.
Check me out, Ryan Sawyer 302.
Follow our Instagram at The Greatest Podcast OT. And don't forget to check out the podcast, The Greatest Podcast on Turf. Thanks for watching. See you guys.